One peaceful morning, a man decided to take a walk through the local park to enjoy the fresh air and calm surroundings. As he strolled along the quiet path, he suddenly heard a soft meowing sound that made him stop in his tracks. He looked around carefully, trying to find where the sound was coming from. That is when he noticed a mother cat moving quickly across the pathway. Her movements seemed urgent and filled with worry. Something about the way she was behaving told him that she was in distress and needed help. He decided to trust his instincts and began following her to see what was wrong. As he walked closer to where the mother cat had gone, he discovered a heartbreaking scene. There were tiny kittens lying in the grass, and one of them was completely still on the ground. The sight made his heart sink because he could tell the little one was in serious trouble. He slowly knelt down beside the motionless kitten and gently reached out to touch it, hoping for any sign of movement or life. Sadly, there was no response at all. He knew that every second mattered in a situation like this, so he very carefully picked up the fragile kitten and cradled it in his hands. He quickly pulled out his phone and called a friend who could help him get the kitten to the nearest animal clinic as fast as possible. The mother cat stayed close by, watching everything that was happening. Her eyes were fixed on her baby, and though she still looked worried, her expression seemed a bit calmer, as if she somehow sensed that this stranger was trying to help save her child. Just when he thought the crisis was under control, he heard the sound of children calling out nearby. A small group of kids came running toward him with worried looks on their faces. They were carefully holding another kitten in their hands, and they quickly explained that they had found it wandering alone. But that was not all. They told him they had seen one more kitten stuck high up in a tree and it looked like it was in danger. He felt his heart race as he followed the children to the tree to see what was happening. When he looked up into the branches, his concern grew even stronger. Sitting on one of the higher branches was a large falcon with sharp eyes and a threatening presence. The bird was clearly a predator, and it seemed to be watching something below. On another branch, not far from the falcon, sat the last kitten. The poor little thing was trembling with fear and looked completely frozen in place. It was too scared to move and far too small to defend itself against such a dangerous bird. The man knew he had to act immediately before the situation became even worse. Without hesitation, he began climbing the tree. He moved as quickly as he could while still being careful not to startle the falcon or cause the kitten to panic and fall. The climb was not easy, and he had to focus on every movement to make sure he could reach the frightened baby safely. When he finally got close enough, he gently reached out and secured the kitten in his arms. He held it close to his chest to keep it warm and protected as he carefully made his way back down the tree. The moment his feet touched the solid ground, again he felt a wave of relief wash over him, but that relief was short-lived because the weather suddenly began to change. Dark clouds started rolling in from the distance, and the bright morning sky quickly turned gray and gloomy. The wind began to pick up strength, and it started blowing harder and harder through the trees and across the park. He could feel the temperature dropping, and he knew that a storm was approaching fast. He looked down at the mother cat, who was still staying close to him, and then at her kittens, who had already been through so much in just one morning. In that moment, something became very clear to him. These innocent lives had survived multiple dangers in a single day. They had faced the threat of predators, and now they were about to face harsh weather conditions as well. If he left them outside to fend for themselves, they would have to deal with cold rain, strong winds, and all the other dangers that come with living on the streets. The kittens were far too young and vulnerable to survive such conditions, and even the mother cat, who had been trying so hard to protect her babies, would struggle to keep them all safe. He realized that they simply could not stay outside any longer. He made a firm decision right there in the park. He was going to take this entire family home with him. He gathered up the mother cat and all her kittens and began the journey back to his house. Once he arrived home, he immediately set about creating a comfortable and safe space for them. He found a quiet corner away from any loud noises or disturbances. He laid out soft blankets to make a cozy bed where they could rest and feel secure. He filled bowls with fresh, clean water and prepared nutritious food that would help the mother cat regain her strength and provide proper nourishment for the growing kittens. Now this little family has found their forever home. They no longer have to worry about predators hunting them or storms soaking them with cold rain. They do not have to search for food or wonder where they will sleep each night. Instead, they live in a warm and safe environment where they are loved and cared for every single day. The kittens are growing stronger and more playful as time goes by, and the mother cat finally has the chance to rest and recover from all the stress she endured while trying to protect her babies on her own. This rescue story shows us how important it is to pay attention to animals in need and to take action when we see them struggling. Every animal deserves a chance at a safe and happy life. If this story touched your heart and reminded you why rescue work matters so much, please share your ideas for names for these brave kittens in the comments section. Your support and engagement help spread awareness about animal rescue and encourage more people to help animals in need. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can see more heartwarming rescue stories and learn about ways you can make a real difference in the lives of animals who need our help the most.